Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments at the court and the opportunity to ask questions. In accordance with the 1st July order of the Court of Appeals panel, Mr. Guzzati and Mr. Haradinaj refiled their notices of appeal against the trial judgment. In the case of Mr. Thaci and his co-accused, the appeals panel on 12 July 2022 denied Mr. Thaci's appeal against the pretrial judge's decision granting the SPO's request to amend its list of exhibits to be used as evidence during the trial. In his appeal, Mr. Thaci argued, among other things, that the pretrial judge failed to give sufficient consideration to the fact that the evidence added to the SPO's exhibits list at such late stage would negatively impact the defense's ability to prepare for trial within a reasonable time. Mr. Thaci submitted that the pretrial judge failed to consider that the files of the witnesses already reviewed would have to be considered again, since the additional material added by the SPO includes witnesses for whom statements and associated exhibits have already been disclosed. The Court of Appeals panel found that the pretrial judge adequately considered Mr. Thaci's arguments and determined that the added material concerned witnesses already known to the defense. Accordingly, the amended exhibits list did not necessarily impact or delay trial preparations, including because the defense had only just started their own investigations. The panel observed that the further materials were already disclosed to the defense on 31st January 2022, as ordered by the pretrial judge, and that the pretrial judge warned the SPO that given the expiration of this deadline, any further requests for amendments to the exhibit list will be subject to greater scrutiny. Also in this case, the pretrial judge held a status conference yesterday, during which the disclosure process, as well as other organizational matters concerning the process of proceedings, were discussed. At the end of the hearing, the pretrial judge, among other things, ordered the SPO to file a witness list by 2nd September 2022 that updates the mode of questioning and presentation time for each witness they intend to call. The pretrial judge also suggested the 8th of September 2022 as the date for the next status conference in this case. That is all from me. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to respond.